Thank you for keeping it here on Morning at NTV. Stephen Mbidon Fefes Wechibuga coming to you live from the Uganda National Cultural Center. Many people know it as the National Theatre, but we know that this is a festive season. This is the season that musicians or the entertainment industry makes a killing, their business is at a hype during the festive season. But all is not well for the entertainment industry because they are still under lockdown for this sector. But here they were trying to come up together as musicians to make a petition to the Minister of Gender, that is of course the oversight ministry that caters for the arts and entertainment industry. But according to what I see here, the police is trying to block the procession, a peaceful demonstration that the musicians are planning to have today, because they are saying that they need to be helped out in this season when government is trying to reach out to different sectors, trying to help them. Here, some of the musicians, comedians, and some promoters trying to make sure they engage the police and to make sure they give them way to the Minister of Gender. And here are some of the musicians. I can see Fina Mugirama Sanyalaze, there is Isaac Ruchi, Hanson Baliruno, and so many. But let me speak to them to understand why exactly they woke up today very early in the morning. They usually don't wake up very early in the morning, musicians. Known to you, Isaac.
You're very right. Tuli badongo tukola chiro. So usually we're not early birds, but today we felt it important for us to be here in the morning. Now, there's been a tactical change, because I heard you mention peaceful demonstration. Initially, that was the ideal. We wanted to come and just be able to peacefully gather and demonstrate so that, the powers that be pay attention. It's been 9 months. March probably was the last time many of the people here worked. And we felt that we needed to come together and be able to push. First is, can we be, opened so that we can go back to work with the SOPs being observed? Because there's other people that have gone back to work who have similar arrangements or settings like Ebyabadongo. That has not happened. Then there's a number of things, other people have gotten some, not incentives, but interventions like a stimulus, package. We also feel like we need to come and say, what is happening with the Badongo, what about those who are in the creative arts? And initially we had said, let's come and demonstrate. But because we know, and we've heard that when people heard of the demonstration, they decided to give us a meeting. So right now, we want to assemble here so that we can sift through, get the leaders of the different domains. There's about 20 different domains, creative arts, comedians, managers, all these people, so that we get we get a collection of the leadership so that we can go to this meeting and table our needs. Somebody needs to pay attention to us. We're a sector that cannot be ignored anymore. People have been let to go back to work, but what about the Badongo, those who are in the creative industry? 9 months, how do you sustain 9 months? Some of us are magicians, you juggle, no itawo.
Find a way.
Yeah, but they were yabana wansi.
Why even struggling to pay rent?
Vane kubya rent baba goba mayuba. They are 6-7 months in areas. And what we do, we contribute to the GDP and we pay taxes directly or indirectly. So we're here to say somebody needs to pay attention. Who is it? Is it the Minister of Gender?
So you're here to raise a voice.
Yes, we're here to amplify the needs of the young people, the artists.
Thank you so much.
Somebody has to pay attention.
Thank you so much. Let me also speak to Hamson. You as a musician, an artist, this affects you. How personally, on your personal note, how have you been affected by this 9 months of a lockdown?
Number one, I wouldn't say that I'm bad luck, but things again are tougher. They are getting tougher and tougher. Since I think, just as Isaac Ruchi said, it has been over 9 months. We are not receiving, anything, and we were promised by the government that there is something that will be done, will be helped for, to accommodate or to help artists, mainly the young artists. Now, I might be able to get a little bit of a food to put. I can try to gamba around, but there are some young artists who can't. Yes, so we are here to fight for them and to fight for the industry. Apart from artists, we have comedians, and apart from that, we have other people who work for us as artists.
Thank you. Let me also try to speak to the Secretary General of Uganda Musicians Association. I've seen you trying to engage the police officers to give you way so that you can present your petition, but you are the center of mobilizing these musicians. Up to now, you had called this procession at 8, but many of them have not yet turned up. Do you think this is a boycott for you as Uganda Musicians Association?
Actually, I might not take, thank you very much. I introduce myself as Fina Mugera Masanya, the General Secretary to Uganda Musicians Association. What I know, when I'm to work, I'm to work. Even if I'm alone, I'm going to do it. Because I'm a General Secretary and I represent them. Not everybody should come here. Not every, when like teachers are rioting, not every teacher can come from Mukotido and everywhere, but the representation. If they trusted me and they made me their secretary, they know I can do it.
So are you still ready to go ahead towards the Ministry of Gender, because I see police is surrounding and is ready to stop you at whatever cost? Are you still ready and determined to move?
Yeah, we are ready. We are ready to, and they're going to receive us. Actually, we've just received a letter that the minister and the PS, they're waiting for us to go in for a meeting. The only thing was, it is only all about communication. We have written letters. I have written letters regarding stimulus. Yes, the industry has been in a lockdown for some good time. Yes, we are respecting the president's directives. But then we had, even in his last presidential address, he was like he's going to give a hand to the entertainment industry because it has been affected by the COVID-19 effects. But then there is no communication, anything. That's why you always ask ourselves, in which ministry do we fall? We always ask ourselves. The reason as to why we do that, there is no communication. You write a letter and you're not replied. So we had to peacefully go and find a way of communicating to them. And this is the way. We're not doing it as forcefully, but we are going to select some leaders and go and meet the PS for the information, because when you're a leader, always the people you lead are always asking for answers. We don't have answers to the industry. So we just need it. It is only about communication. Only that, communication.
Okay, maybe finally for you is from the entertainment industry, on a personal note, this is the time that you'll be celebrating and making some good money. But these 9 months, how has it affected you? And because you don't see any light at the end of the tunnel, because you're still under lock and key, how has it affected you?
Of course, me as in person, I might not say that I've been affected, because I do several businesses. I don't only look into one circle. I don't do music only, I do other things. But then there are some sisters of mine and brothers who have been affected and they really need a hand. We are all workers, almost all sectors have been catered for. The government has empowered them, but the entertainment industry hasn't been empowered. So we need some empowerment as musicians, as the entertainment industry. Yeah, it is just about empowerment.
Thank you so much, Fina Mugera Masanyalaze.
I thank the government that it is working on a myoga. Still we are here. A myoga.
Okay. Thank you so much. They want also part of the money from a myoga program. This is what is happening here at the Uganda National Culture Center, probably known as the National Theatre, where musicians, promoters, marketers, as well as comedians are gathering here to make a presentation at the Ministry of Gender. Stephen Mbide on Fefes Wechibuga, taking you back to Romeo Busiku, who is there in the studios.